y'all. Who would have thought? Who would have thought back in 2020 when Chloe and Halle were running the pandemic with Ungodly Hour that a couple years later this would be one of their realities? I cannot believe what is going on right now. I was highly debating on whether I even wanted to make this video. When I saw the news, I immediately sent it to my sister and I was like, girl, what? Because I think why I enjoy Chloe and Halle so much is because I see me and my sister and them, because they're also close in age, they're also black, they're also like, you know, extremely talented. Just like, no, but they are extremely talented, and I love their relationship. I love what they publicly displayed about themselves. So I'm like unusually fiercely protective over their careers and their art. So I've also felt like, okay, I've already made 2 videos about Halle. Let's make it a series. No, but I hope the series ends here. Like, I hope the saga ends here, because when I woke up and saw this morning, I was just so hurt. I was so hurt. And another reason why I was like, should I even make a video? Like, what am I gonna say that I hadn't said last time? Again, like I said in the second video, we can learn something from this. Young girls, young women coming into adulthood, coming out of adolescence, you know, dating and experiencing new things. Like, we can learn something from this, as Tyra Banks said.
I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you? Learn something from this.
This is coming straight from TMZ. Halle Bailey claims DDG attacked her multiple times, and she has been granted, the judge granted her a restraining order against this man, her child's father. When I first saw this, I was just so hurt, and then I saw the photo of her arm and then her chipped tooth, and I'm just like, oh my God. It went from worse to worser.
It went from worse to worser.
And this is not funny. This is not a game. It completely disgusts me that I'm going online and I'm seeing some men diminish what Halle has shown in evidence. Diminish that, oh, look at that little chip. She probably did this. It's like, damn, when you become an adult, you really see how permeating misogyny is. It really is not hard to simply believe women. The first time. Why did it take evidence of Cassie being beaten in that hotel hallway for y'all to believe what she was saying? Inflicting harm upon somebody else. People usually don't lie about these things. So I don't understand why it's so, like, your first instinct is to just like question her. I simply don't understand that like headspace at all. I also didn't say this in the video, but I think it's very important to note that I feel like men do not hold other men accountable, do not check other men for questionable, harmful, violent behavior. Abuse, domestic violence, partner abuse will continue until some of you homeboys check your other homeboys on their misogyny, on what they're saying. Like, it's red flags, it's hints. Y'all are too scared of one another to even speak up against this bullshit, and that's why it's always a freaking cycle. It's like, y'all don't listen to women, as we see, so men usually listen to other men, but men are not speaking up and checking the homeboys when they're doing some questionable, crazy, saying stuff. It starts from somewhere, and you can nip it in the bud there, but y'all let this stuff fester into whole communities, into whole things like this, where immediately a woman is submitting evidence to the court about what has happened to her, and y'all's first instinct is to be like, this bitch lying. Crazy. I can't believe men are defending, like some men are defending DDG and diminishing the actual that Halle has shown to the court. I don't know what it will take, and I guess that's what I wanted to talk about today, is like the reactions that we've seen from this news, not so much the actual news, because if we're being honest, I was very disappointed to see this, but am I shocked? No. I deserve a love that doesn't hurt, because I've been through worse. Not today, no sir. I'm not Halle Bailey. No, but listen to these lyrics. I'm not saying they're applicable to this. They actually are applicable to this. I'm not saying they come from this though. I don't know. That ninja looks crazy. He looks controlling. He looks possessive. He looks like the clout demon that he is. Halle, we warned you. Halle, we warned you. We told you not to get with him. We told you not to get with him. Okay, she got with him. They had a child. The child's here. Now she's having issues. Okay, y'all can stop saying that. Let's help. Let's try to help and send her love and support, because this is very, very scary. That's why I always mention Kehlani's It Was Good Until It Wasn't, because of course we saw their happiness. Of course we saw the little videos of them looking at each other lovingly and having fun, goofing off, being cute. That's the same guy, y'all. Like, you cannot trust these ninjas. I mean, I never trusted DDG with Kennedy, that girl Essence, Ruby Rose. Like, what about this man gives? Yep, I want to be with him. He seems like a great guy. I'm not saying it, but then again, we don't know these people personally. But from what DDG has publicly displayed, we can make a fair assessment that this guy is trash. You know, it goes back to the whole conversation about, like, you know, young girls who might have grown up sheltered, might have grown up super religious and Christian. They get out into the world and they are attracted to people who are on the opposite side of the spectrum. I'm not saying that's what's going on here because I don't know these people, but just speaking from what I've seen personally in my own life, you cannot fix that man. You cannot change that man. You cannot straighten that man out and make him a respectable citizen. To me, once a YN, always a YN. Does he have a dad in his life? No shit. I've never heard of nobody talk about DDG dad. Oh, and speaking of parents, DDG's mother, Tanya, made DDG. The name says it all. It's giving clout. Went on her story and said, I don't usually comment or anything on this internet, even with all the negativity. Anybody who starts a comment off with I don't usually does do bullshit like this. The lies and hatred towards mine. However, these accusations have made me realize that I have been quiet. She spelled too wrong. It's giving uneducated. What can we expect? This is the same person who allegedly raised this clout demon. Hello, Jesus, take the wheel. Like, this isn't funny. This isn't a laughing matter. Why are you posting Kermit the Frog memes? I just hate that Halle has, like, I hate that this is happening to her. And you know, despite it all, she still like shows up. She's still, her and Chloe were on the beach with the baby for Mother's Day, looking beautiful with her beautiful body, looking just perfect and angelic. When you have that type of energy, when you have that type of aura, when you have that type of success, people are nasty, people are envious, they're jealous. Her man from the jump has always been jealous of her, and it proves in these text messages that were also in the document, with him sending looks like a DJ Academics post of men being messy bitches, you know, men gossiping, people who are supposed to be hip-hop bloggers talking about music, talking about tea and gossip and rumors and speculations, things that are not factually true. It looks like he sent that to Halle, and then he says, and quote, you think you hurting my feelings when you really just ruining your own image, the image that he is so jealous of. It's like Halle can do no wrong in most people's eyes, and he hates that. He absolutely hates that. This is a terrible look. Makes you look disgusting and evil. Evil because she's on the beach. Evil because she's on the beach living her life being happy. He hates to see it. Beautiful, non-contentious, genuine happiness. I don't need you. I don't want you. You were a mistake. That type of aura and essence, it's disgusting and evil to clout demons like Dooney and Burke. Happy Mother's Day, but just have the same energy when it's my turn to have him. I'm on the same shit. Like, imagine this being your child's father. Y'all, we gotta pray. We gotta pray. We gotta pray for Halo. I really hope that Halo turns out to be like the most sweetest, just like his mother, just like an angel like his mother. I mean, his name, look at his namesake, he's a freaking Halo. Like, I just hope he turns out to be the most upstanding citizen ever, because to have a father like this who speaks to the mother of his child this way, the woman that brought your child into the world, crazy. Would you want Halo speaking to somebody like this? Dooney and Burke? Like, this is the worst type of guy to be with. He doesn't want Halle. He calls her bitches and hoes. He puts his hands on her. You know what I mean? Like, he hates that she's so successful and that people love her. But he also doesn't want her to be with anybody else. He's very weird. This is a weird man. Breaking into her home while she's not there and taking pictures of her bed. Like, would you want Halo to be exhibiting behavior like this? Would you want your son to be exhibiting behavior like this? This is so weird. It's so weird, and Halle took the necessary steps to get a restraining order. I would have did the same thing. Imagine your ex breaking into your home, even if y'all do have a child together, because boundaries are boundaries. Breaking into your home and taking a picture of your bed, talking about, now I know what you've been on, LOL. Huh? It's so creepy. It's so creepy. Like, and the sad thing is, like I said, a lot of men are reacting to this, like defending him or like diminishing his psychotic and violent behavior. It's clear as day that, you know, the next steps of this will probably be a custody hearing. I believe that everything happens for a reason. I think Halle had this child for a reason. I think Halo's meant to be here. He's a beautiful child. He seems to just light up anybody who sees him, Halle seems to be a great mother, but it makes you think like, I hate that she's even like got with this man, you know what I mean? Like, I hate that this is happening to her, but she seems to be taking it well and taking it in stride, and you know, going to the law. She didn't put any of this on social media. TMZ acquired these court documents and just posted them. I just don't believe you can be a good father and abuse the mother of your child. Speak to the mother of your child any type of way, out of your ass, out of your neck. I hope this is the last video I do about Halle Bailey, if it's not in regards to her projects, her music, her work, her craft. I still need to watch the movie with her and Alex Wolf, The Line. I still need to watch The Line. It's on Hulu. It looks like it's right up my freaking alley. Stream back and forth, back and forth. She's not going back and forth with you, DDG. He wants it to be like that so bad because he needs some excitement in his life. That's why when he was on stream and he saw all this happening, he looked really disturbed. Like, he looked very sad and despondent, probably because he's like, oh my god, if I can't exploit my child, what will I do? If I can't talk about my ex-girlfriend, what will I do? What do I add to this world? What value do I bring? I ask myself that every time I see this man on my timeline. And it's like sad that this is probably going to go to court because of actions that did not have to happen. You know, behaviors, things that were said, things that have been said and done. Now Halo's probably going to have to grow up not seeing his father very often because they're going to grant Halle full custody if she asks for it. And that's because of decisions and choices that DDG made. That's because of him. It didn't have to be like this. You know what I mean? Like, it's just this whole situation is so sad, and it really moved my spirit. And I hope young women, young girls, young men as well, you know, everybody, but especially if you're younger and you don't have children or you haven't really started dating, take heed of things that are happening in pop culture like this. Like, yeah, we talk about it like it's news, like it's tea, like it's a story, but these are real people's lives and we can learn from one another.
And you know what's even more sad and pathetic? DDG tweeted, "I'm chilling, by the way. I have no worries. Winky face. Streaming later on. No days off." You're panicking. You're panicking. You are not chilling. You do have worries. You have a lot to worry about, sir. You should start undoing some things that you've done. You should start asking. You should be asking for forgiveness. Forgive me. Forgive me. You were going too hard in Halle City. You should be righting your wrongs, man. You have a lot to worry about right now. He's so pathetic. Like, I reserve that word for the utmost people who do shit like this, and it's him. He is like the definition of pathetic. It did not have to be like this. You did not have to do all this. You did not have to be an asshole. You did not have to crave attention so bad to the point where you would do and say and act any type of way, even if it's at the harm of your own seed, your own child. Fighting your child's mother in front of the child. Babies absorb energy. The brain still may be mush, but they are picking up on things. Why do you think babies cry when they see their parents fighting? Why do you think children get upset when they hear their parents arguing downstairs? You're not chilling, sir. I wouldn't be chilling if I were you.
Like I said, I think Halo is a gift. I think he's meant to be here. I think everything happens for a reason. Halle is supposed to be learning something through this. This is supposed to be happening to Halle because of some reason. Like, it's all broader scheme things. So I'm wishing her the best, and I hope the next video I do on her, maybe an album. She's going out to film a movie in Italy, so maybe I'll talk about that movie. I really am excited to watch The Line. By the way, I was just like looking at my channel and I'm like, I want to zhuzh it up. Guys, I might start vlogging. I have a lot of things planned for 2024 that I want to do, and I kind of want to document them. It involves traveling, hitting goals, and doing new things, and I definitely want to document these things more. Also, I want to keep the commentary videos going. I have an Emma Roberts deep dive on the table. I kind of want to be like that girl, what's her name? Oh my gosh, where's my phone? Anya Baby. She makes videos in this vein, but I kind of want to like drag or react or judge or commentate on Pocket FM ads. That's a video idea I'm thinking of. Might do a Summer Walker deep dive. I just try to do what feels natural. I try to do whatever comes to mind, and I'm genuinely excited to film it. So changes to the channel are coming. I'm not in any type of niche, and I know that probably doesn't help my channel grow because I do crazy different things every time I upload, but I don't really care about growth. I just care about like authenticity and connecting with people who enjoy what I'm saying, what I'm talking about, what I'm showing, what I'm displaying. Oh, and I forgot to say, I've been seeing all this Black people loving and embracing and accepting and like welcoming gingers, i.e. people who usually have pale skin that have red hair. I'm seeing all this discourse on TikTok, and then I watched Sinners this past weekend. So would y'all want a video of me talking about like how the black community just embraces and accepts everyone? Because that's literally like a big theme of Sinners, and I see it happening in real time on TikTok right now. So I can see your halo, halo. Keep strong, Halo and Halle. This is crazy. Okay, that's better. Testing. My mirror just fell.